So I was just 9 to 10 years old at that time, and I live in a small town. And at that time, a power cut was common at some fixed times, like around 7 in the evening, and I used to play till 7:30. It was during summer vacation. One day, some news came of a woman roaming streets of our town with a knife. So that day, my mom told me to come inside early, and all my friends had to go home too. When I asked, she didn't say anything. Then my dad came, and I asked him, and he told me about that woman. On the same night, my mom and dad were talking about her. She was married off to a postman in a nearby village a few years ago, and was tortured for dowry. She gave birth to 2 girls in consecutive years, and her husband and his family wanted a boy. So she tried to run away, but her parents didn't want to accept her. So they sended he back and frustrated of having 2 girls. Her husband and his family drowned the 2 girls. She wanted to file a police complaint, but they tried to burn her alive. She somehow survived, and then she brutally murdered her in-laws and her husband and ran away from there, half burnt. My dumb self thought my parents were making this up, so I don't play much in the evening. But later my other friends told me the same, and that from the next day, even my dad started coming back home before sunset. So I was shit scared. A few days later, news came that she stabbed the eye of a drunkard and bit off a chunk of his stomach. So on the same night, at around 1 to 2 in the night, I wanted to pee, but my house was an ancestral old-style home, so no attached bathrooms, and I had to cross a gallery. And my room was on the 3rd floor, attached to my parents' room. And when I was returning, I saw a woman standing there, half burnt under streetlight, gasping loudly, and my legs froze. Even though I was on the 3rd floor, I was too scared to move. I stood there for quite some time. Then she just looked upwards directly to me and ran away. In another alley, screaming, I started crying. My neighbor uncle called the police. Everyone from my home woke up. The next morning, the news came. She was found at around 7 in the morning in an end of an alley, sitting on the body of her in-law's husband and 2 men she killed when she was going into that alley. And even the police was so terrified to go near her, they had to wait for more troops to go near her. And when they did check her, she was already sitting there dead from all those injuries. Her husband's face was disfigured, like it was smashed with a heavy stone. Multiple times it never made it to the mainstream, as it was almost 8 to 9 years ago, and there was not much media attention for small towns. But whenever I think about it, I wonder, what made her not kill me?